Sir.
Everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Let me share my screen. And before I do that, please, I'd like to meet everyone here. Please just take a minute to write what you do in the comment. Just introduce yourself and tell us what you do, so I'll be able to have an idea and possibly use some of our businesses as case studies. So just take a minute and put in the chat box, introduce yourself, tell me what you do, tell me about your business.
I didn't lose my Bible. Where did you keep it?
So I'll be checking the chats. Please just leave, introduce yourself, one line. My name is this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And I would see it in the chat box. So I hope we can all see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay, amazing. So today we'll be learning, or I'll be talking about digital marketing or marketing real estate using digitally, using digital tools. Let me put this in presentation mode. Okay, so I think I've been introduced well. I think the moderator did a great job introducing me, so I'm not going to spend too much time here. So this is what we are going to be covering. We'll be covering digital marketing frameworks, the digital marketing mix, when to grow your business, how to grow your business, and the act of acquiring and converting customers, and also the long funnel. Okay, so I'm seeing some comments in the chat. Oh, nice to meet you, Oladayo. Johnson Chinoso, nice to meet you. Nicholas Orakwe, it's nice to meet you as well. Please, if you're just joining us, please also, take some time and put your name, introduce yourself to us, tell us what you do, and your name. Okay, so let's go. So marketing, basically, marketing is about selling more stuff to more people, more often, for more money, more efficiently. This is a saying by Sergio Ziman. He was, I think, vice president or president one time of Coca-Cola, the global, Coca-Cola company, which is, one of the most valuable companies in the world today, right? So he talked about, marketing isn't just about selling things once, right? It's not just about, let's just get customers, let's sell and let's, move on to the next person. It's about getting, more people to buy from you more often, right? And then doing it very efficiently. And that is the beauty of, using digital, for marketing, right? So because digital marketing is basically just using digital platforms, using digital channels, using digital solutions, right, to market your brand, your business, to reach more people. That's simply what digital marketing is. So it helps you to be more efficient, right? And it helps you to reach more people, more often, and then to sell more, to them as well. So if you're a real estate, consultant, I see a lot of, real estate consultants on the call. So, I mean, I'm sure you know that just distributing flyers, right? door to door. You know, it doesn't cut it anymore. It doesn't work. It's not as effective as it used to be. You know, even when you spend so much on radio or TV advertisements or billboard, you know, it doesn't cut it. It doesn't bring in as much, you know, and it's not as measurable, right, as you like it, because you cannot say, you know, these are X amount of people that saw my billboard, or these are the X amount of people that bought, you know, after seeing that billboard, or these are the X amount of people that listened and then, you know, contacted you and bought. You know, you can't track, you know, everything to the last digits. And that's the beauty about, you know, using online tools or marketing online, right? So you can see everything. Everything is trackable. I can basically show you everything from, you know, the point where they saw your ads, the number of people that saw it, you know, the number of people you reached, how many of them clicked, you know, the activities they are taking on your website, whether, you know, they bought or whether they just snooped around and they left, you know, a lot of all those things. You can track every single thing, right? And then you can retarget those people again. You can, you know, because there's something called cookie, and I'm sure a lot of you must have, you know, seen it when you know, visit any website. They'll tell you to accept cookies, right? So those cookies are like tracking tags that it gets attached, like they attach it. When you accept it, it gets attached to your browser. So basically that person that owns that website can reach you anytime. You know, they can retarget you, despite the fact that maybe you just saw that website once and you're not going to visit there. But if they want to reach you, they know how to reach you because you've accepted their cookie. So that's the beauty of online marketing, basically, right? You can reach more people, you can track everything they're doing, and then you can retarget them again. You can reach out to them, you know, anytime, as many times as possible, right? So I don't know if anybody has seen this movie. This movie, Field of Dreams, is a 1980 movie. So basically, the premise is just about somebody, you know, that built a stadium, right? He had a vision that, okay, if he builds a stadium in his farm, and his farm is really, really far away, you know, from the city, he had a vision that if he builds a stadium in his farm, you know, that people will come to that stadium to come and play baseball, right? And at the end of the movie, it happened. So that's the kind of mindset that a lot of us, you know, entrepreneurs or marketers or business people, that's the kind of mindset we have. We have that mindset that, okay, you know, if we create the right product, or maybe the product and services that we are selling is the best, so we don't need to, you know, we don't need to promote it, we don't need to advertise it, we don't need to market it, that people will come, you know, and that the price we are giving is I mean, it's so good for people to resist, you know. But that is a fallacy, right? And it's called the Field of Dreams fallacy, right? So if you build it and you don't promote it, or if you know, have privilege to, you know, maybe you are consulting for a real estate company, and you have you have properties, you know, no matter how beautiful those properties are, no matter how cheap, you know, even if you are giving it away for 2 for 5 naira, right? If you don't promote it, people are not going to come. They are not just going to automatically wake up, you know. In fact, people will even start suspecting that, oh, why is this thing so cheap? You know, why are these, you know, there are some opportunities that, you know, most times because we are not informed about it, right? Because nobody marketed it well to us. So people would even it will have a negative effect, you know, if it's too good to be true, right? So this is why we need to be able to own the narrative with, you know, with our marketing. We need to be able to promote, market, advertise what we are doing, and we need to do it effectively, you know, and efficiently with digital channels. So over the years, we've seen a number of frameworks, you know, that helps us to, you know, understand and help us to grow. So we'll be looking at a very popular framework, that has been used for years for marketing products and services, right? It's called the marketing mix, right? And the same thing applies. I'm sure a lot of us are aware of this already. So product, price, place, and promotion, right? So the product is the real estate property that you're trying to sell, right? The price, obviously, you need to have a pricing, strategy. You need to know what if you're going to give a discount, then also promotion. That's where marketing comes in mostly, right? That's where advertising, publicity, all of that. Then the place, you don't need to also determine where you are going to, reach people. What's distribution? Are you going to be going through sales agents? Are you going to, have a program where you tell people to refer other people, and then when they refer, you are going to earn, they will earn, right? So you need to think about all of those things. So um, digitally, a lot of these things have changed, right? So from this 4P, from the 4P we just looked at to the 4Es, right? So from products now, people want experience. And the good thing is that we can actually sell experience, digitally. So around that period when we had the lockdown, right? When people could not, move from places to places, right? A lot of real estate consultants, and businesses, they struggled, and then there were some that did not even struggle. And it was even at that period that a lot of people made a lot of money, because people were scared and they wanted to put their money somewhere, because, at periods like that, there's going to be a lot of panic buying and panic selling and all of that. So the smart real estate, you know, company or agent knew that, okay, it's not possible for us to do physical inspection again. It's not possible for us to physically, go to the client and work them, inspect the property, do all those things that we do, So a lot of companies, started thinking about how to do all these things, online, digitally, and that's when, I don't know if any real estate company did it in Nigeria, but abroad, right? They had, most people created website and they had like virtual, tours, 3D tours that people can take. I don't know if you've seen all those, 3D tours of houses. Like you can even see like everything. You can walk through it like you're actually there, but you're doing all of these things. You're experiencing how the house looks. You can even choose to customize it, add furniture, do all of those things. So instead of just selling, a house as a product, right? Digital allowed them to be able to sell it as an experience, and that's what customers want to buy digitally, right? People are looking for experiences. That's why people are going to Instagram, spending all day on Instablog. They want to experience something. They are bored, they want to, so we need to make that shift, Um, so instead of, having a particular place now, the internet, digital tools make it possible for you to be everywhere. So now you can be in Nigeria selling your property in Lagos here, and somebody in the UK, would see your property and they can take that tour on your website. They can do everything. They don't even need to travel or send anybody, right? They can do everything online, and all they just need to do is to just, request for your details, pay, and they secure all of those things. So we need to start thinking about, how we can move from the traditional, slow phase of doing things, and a lot of startups, are already coming into this space, right? So like there's Rent Small Small. Those guys are doing amazingly well. If you see what they're doing online, with their digital marketing. So it's not just, we're not just talking about things that are happening abroad. It's already happening here. If you check rentsmallsmall.com, those guys are taking a lot of business away from, real estate agents. Those guys that rent apartments and all of those things, they are losing customers to those people to Rent Small Small. There's Fiber, There are a lot of options right now that they even make things very easy for customers. You can pay monthly. There's even one that also gives loan credit and facilities. They also have properties too, but they will also give you, everything is done online. Basically, you don't need to go anywhere to the office or anything. You take your loan, you see the property online, you check the photos, you watch the videos, all of those things, right? So the industry is changing. It's not going to be business as usual, very soon, because these guys are growing bigger. So when should you grow? When should you think about growing your business, right? You need to think about, you need to start thinking about marketing and growing your business as soon as possible, because you need to find, there's something that is called product market fit, right? So a lot of businesses are selling products that the markets do not want. And I mean, I think that's the hardest thing to do, is to have a product that the market does not want, that is maybe is not a right fit. It's possibly there's no target market. The property was not built with anybody in mind, right? Because people these days just wake up and just acquire a land and then build anything and then start looking for people to sell it, instead of just having somebody in mind. Okay, I want to build a property for students. So what would students be able to afford? Maybe a small room like this, 1-bedroom apartment or studio apartment, something like that, and then build, all of those things in mind. Put all the, kind of equipment or the kind of facilities that that those particular people would see and they want to, move into it. And then you can now, once you have that product market fit, then it makes it easy now to start reaching out to as many people as possible so you can sell that product ASAP. So there's a survey, right, that you can send to your customers, people that have bought from you in the past. Because I believe that if somebody has bought from you in the past, they that is not the end of the transaction, right? Because it is the people that have bought for you that have from you that have a higher chance of either coming back again, or referring somebody to you. And that's a very, very strong, because we buy mostly, things that people tell us are good, right? So if I want to buy a new car, for example, I will not just buy any kind of car. I must have asked my friends and said, okay, what car can I get that will be economical, that will save me money. I won't spend, people will refer you to, the particular model you should buy, and also even who you should buy it from, right? So your existing customers are very, very important. And so I see a lot of real estate people that don't even have, like, they might even have a database, but they don't even have a complete database. So you need to have like a database with your customers, name, phone number, email address. If you can even get their social media as well, you should have all of those things, and you should have them even, following you and, in your mailing list, so that you can continue, to communicate with them and, nurture them. And then they will always remember you, if they have that need to buy a property, or if they have that need to, and instead of just going to start looking for new customers, if you are nurturing, if you are communicating, with the existing ones, most times, they are the ones that will even bring the most business, for you, right? So you should put together a survey, and ask them, okay, how disappointed would you be, if we go out of business tomorrow and we stop, selling, or we go out of business? How would you feel? How disappointed will you feel? So the options can be, very disappointed, somewhat disappointed. You can put all the options there, but what you need to note is that, right, you need to be sure that people, would people really need, people see the value in what you are offering, right? Because if people don't even bother to even take the survey, then there's something wrong. Then it means that, probably what you are, maybe you don't even have a customer and you think you do, because the person might have been, it might have felt bad, or after the transaction, or even felt cheated or something. So that relationship, needs to be mended. So you need to have this, survey your present customers or people that bought from you in the past, see how, um, how much they value your business, right? So now what you do when you get the, so your survey also would allow you to be able to, get some of those reasons. I can share a survey sample, with the facilitator that they can send to all the participants. So there are certain questions that you need to ask as well, that will allow people to, you know, that will allow you to get some of the benefits, right, that people see, or that they got from buying from you or doing business with you. Because it's those benefits that you now use to market your product and sell your product, right? Because if you don't know why people are buying from you, then how do you want to tell other people that, this is the reason why? And most times we just think it's because of pricing, and it might not be the case, right? Because pricing is like one of the least things that people consider, before doing business with you. Like, people think about many other things, many other things come into the picture apart from, just price, that we think that is the, and while so many people are competing, there are so many real estate businesses now that, are just competing based on pricing. So they just come up today with, oh, the most cheap, the cheaper options, and while those ones are still struggling based on, there are some brands that, their real estate is very, very expensive, and still, they have a lot of customers. So you see that price really does not, really matter. What matters is, what people see as, the benefits, right? What benefits, am I getting? What value am I getting from it? So you need to look at, you need to find out from your customers, okay, what did they, what did they say about your product? So I can share, um, you know, the survey questions that you can ask, and to give you a clear, idea of some of the benefits that you have provided to your, people that have bought from you in the past. Some of the value they've gotten doing business with you. So once you have that, it gives you, something to use to communicate to future customers or potential, prospects, right? So you can tell people that, so we do this, we've done this for our customers, we've done this, you can list all the benefits that all the past customers you've worked with, have gotten from doing business with you. And, even you can even use some of the answers that, the good answers that they gave you, that when you did the survey, you can even use them as testimonials, right? Because people buy from, trusted brands. So if nobody's talking good about you, then why would I want to do business with you? So you can also get testimonials from that survey as well, which is why it's very, very important. And testimonials really, really help with conversion, online, especially. So you need to look at your business. Sorry, Sazi, did you draw this line? I'm looking at this green line on my slide. I don't know if it's just me that can see it or every other person.
Everyone can see it, but I didn't do that.
Look, I don't even know I'm going to be able to erase it. Looks like a Zoom. Okay, I just hope this slide is still visible. So now, if you are losing customers, if people are just buying from you, and moving on, they are not referring, they are not, then you need to know that, there's a problem with, loyalty, right? So especially if you are selling, a product or a service that, people typically use very, very often, right? So I won't say that, people typically buy real estate every time, right? But at least, they would be able to at least refer you to somebody maybe once, or twice a year, right? So if that's not the case, then you are in, you need to work on building, loyalty amongst your customers, your present and your past customers, you know. So you need to understand what mode your business is, right? Because most times a lot of business just think that they are just in the acquisition mode. Let's get new customers, let's get new customers, let's get new customers. But how about the people that you've, sold to in the past? Have you even checked on them? Is there any after sales, support or service? Can they reach out to you? Are you even in talking terms? Is it the things just go south after you sold to them, right? Or they bought from you. So um so you need to think about keeping people coming back, right? So you need to think about keeping people coming back. So if you're in that stage where so there are basically three ways to grow any business, right? This is the engines of growth, three engines of growth. One is that you keep them coming back, all right? So if more people, if people buy from you and they keep, coming back, or they keep referring to you, referring people to you, your business grows, then also you can also get more people by spending money as well, right? So that is called the paid, strategy, right? So because you know the value of your product, maybe one real estate property, is worth maybe 20 million or maybe 50 or 100 million. So why would you now be afraid to spend 1 million when you know that your returns on that investment is, 50 million, right? So you need to, think about it. Then another way is virality too. You need to have people, refer more people, invite their friends, tell their friends about you, make them refer more people. So if you're not, if you can even combine all three of this, most of the biggest businesses in the world, they combine all of these three ways of growing their businesses. So they make sure that the existing customers continue coming back. If they need anything, maybe they want to rent or do any other thing concerning real estate, they come back. Then they also get people to refer other people. And then they also, invest money in getting new people as well. So they are putting in, um, time, money, spending a lot to get more people in, because they know that at least one sales will get them, cover for all of those costs. So we have different, we have, this is the AARR, framework. So it says basically that, people go through different stages, especially online, right? You need to walk them through these different stages, right, before they, buy from you. And then you have different channels, that you can use to get them to, move towards, buying from you. So now from the first is acquisition. So you have, SEO, SEM, social media, pay-per-click. So that's, like I said, you can run ads, you can do SEO, all of these things, will make people, there are a lot of, there's so much. And you see that, if you check online, so a lot of the marketing that is being done is just to get people to be aware, of the products and services, right? So now, once people are aware of it, right, they go to your website. So what do you do now to make sure that those people, that land on your website buy from you, right? So that's where activation comes in. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of offline activations where people, different brands do activation. The same thing too happens or can happen online as well. So, but it does depends on, the kind of onboarding, the kind of, website you build, all of these things are necessary. Then you can also drive retention and revenue through too, with things like push notifications, alerts, reminders, email newsletters. Sorry, please, can that person mute? Okay, so basically this is, the framework. I mean, this is how it works. Basically, you can use social media, search engine marketing, even business development, email, blogs, send people to your homepage or your landing page, get them to subscribe to your emails, then you can send them emails and alerts. A lot of things are possible, online using digital marketing. So unfortunately, we can't go through everything because of the time, but there's so much that can be done. So if you, before you even set up any campaign, any, online campaign, you need to, like I said at the beginning, I said you can track every single thing, that happens online, right? But before you get to do that, you need to set up, the tracking tools that will allow you to do that, And one very easy tool that you can start with, if you don't already have it, is Google Analytics. So with Google Analytics, I can see number of people on my website at a particular time. I can see the number of people that are browsing different pages. I can see the number of people that have, visited which page or have left which page. I can even see where they came from, whether they came from social media or they came from, search, searching on Google, or, everything, is clear. So I can basically track it. I can even see the individual person, and then see what, the person's interests are, a lot of all those things. So it's a very, very powerful tool, and if you can't set it up yourself, you can probably speak with your, whoever is managing your website to set it there. So then there's one, main question that I always get from a lot of trainings that I've had like this, that, okay, is it important that you have a website if you want to, do marketing online? I'll say yes, it's very, very important. The fact is, it's compulsory. You need to have a website, right? Especially, the way things are going right now, right? Because a lot of people want to be able, especially people in my generation, right? We want to be able to do everything online. We don't want stress, and even COVID is even pushing us, towards more and more, adopting more and more, choosing to do all our, transactions online, because, it's more convenient. So if I can get, if I can buy a property online without even, visiting the property itself, all I just need to do is do everything and move in. Do you think I would not prefer that to, a place where, oh, I first have to go there? We have to, like the way, real estate agents, do these days, that they first take you around the whole Lagos. You are walking about, you are paying their transport, you are doing this, they take you to different apartments that you don't even, like, at the end of the day, you spent money, you spent time, and you didn't even get what you want, the kind of property you want, right? So, but if you look at sites like that Rent Small Small that I mentioned, all of those things, I can just do it online on their website, and I can get the apartment, and I pay, do everything, sign their documents. And the only thing I'm just going to do in the flat is to move in. So I'll just go there, pick my key, and I'm in my apartment already. So if you don't want your business basically to become obsolete, at one point people, except maybe people that are not tech savvy, and they are very, very few these days. So as at last that the last reports that we saw from so they have this online media reports, about 50% of Nigeria's population, right, is already online. So we have about 100 million internet users online already. So, and the more people, get online, the more they'll start getting used to, some of these platforms, and they would not want to go back again to, so if I'm getting something easy and, convenient, why would I want to go back to, the stress of, doing things manually, right? So you need to start thinking about, adding, digital experiences, to what you're selling or what you're building, right? So I think I've spent, 38 minutes. I'll take questions. If you have questions, then maybe we can just do some, we can do some practicals before the time goes. I think I just have 45 minutes and I think I've used just 39 minutes. So let me take questions. If you have questions, please ask. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Everyone will start dropping their questions. Please, if you have a question, please drop it so Mr. Kayode can attend to your questions. Do we have any question? Does anyone have a question you'd like Mr. Kayode to attend to about this session? Do you have any question you would like to ask? Do you want him to enlighten any topic he touched on? He spoke on several things. Please feel free to drop your question so Mr. Kayode can attend to it.
Okay. So Aziz dropped a question. He said, which of the marketing strategies is best for marketing real estate products? So that's a good question. Now it depends on the real estate products, right, that you're trying to market. And it also depends on who your ideal customer is. So like I said before, a lot of people just build properties and say, oh, like it's for everybody, because we are trying to sell, we want to make money. But I mean, that's the wrong approach most times, because when you don't have anybody, in mind, then you don't know what is the best way to, reach them. And then you just start spending money and, doing things that don't work. And you maybe start printing flyers and hoping that, you'll be able to reach somebody that is interested in it. But I mean, if you know specifically that, okay, let's say the property you're selling is for corporate organizations, right? Maybe it's an office space, or is a property that would be good for, turning into an office, office property or office space, right? So we can now look at, okay, what's the best way? Where is the best platform? Which channel is the best online platform that we can use to reach all these people, these corporate organizations, right? So, I mean, you can't just, so strategy, marketing strategy especially, right? You need to have a who you are trying to reach first. You need to know exactly who you're trying to reach. You need to know the market you're trying to reach. And that's what would decide how to reach them, right? So let me go with the example of the corporate real estate. So I can now decide, since I know, okay, this real estate is corporate people that can afford it, or is going to be good for a corporate clients, right? So I can decide on, using account-based marketing strategy, for example. So account-based basically says that, okay, instead of just targeting everybody online, right? You can list all the companies, right? That you know that, okay, these guys can afford what you are selling. So when you have a list, you have a complete list, you've listed everybody, then you look for those people within those organizations that, are the key decision makers, or people that you can easily make an introduction, between you and those people that are the key decision makers, right? And when you connect, so you try and, connect with them, try and get their emails. So you use a mix of, both social media marketing, right? Emails, you get, find their emails online. There are many ways you can, get emails of people, then also you can also get people that know them to introduce you to them online. You can do an introduction on LinkedIn, even just checking your LinkedIn alone, you can see people that are connected to them, and then you can send them messages and they can do an introduction, right? Then you can, email them, telling them about the products and why you think is a good suit for them, right? Then you can even show them, online ads as well. And the good thing about online ads is that you can set them up to even show them across, any platform that they go. So I can show you ads on Facebook. If you leave Facebook, go to Twitter, for example, you see the ads as well. You leave Twitter, go to Instagram, you see my ads. So, the ads just keep chasing you. I'm sure you've seen those Konga or Jumia ads that, they're just following you everywhere, right? Until you go back and finish the order you were trying to make, so you need to first start with, Aziz, you need to first start with understanding, who you're trying to reach and the best ways to reach them. So that's the way to go about it. So Babatunde said, how can we synergize with other real estate realtors in achieving sustainable sale transaction and increase sales? I think your question could have been rephrased to make it simpler, because it looks ambiguous. So I really don't get what you mean by sustainable sale transaction. Maybe you can rephrase that question. So Charles said, could you do a summary so I can better understand what you've done? I'll send the slides so you can see a summary. And there's a recording. This meeting is being recorded. So if you send your email, I'm sure they will send you the meeting recording. So can you use affiliate marketing for landed property? That's Ogunwale Taiwo. Yeah, there's a version of affiliate marketing that is already being used to sell properties, and that is with the agents. So I think most agents don't even make anything until they sell, the property. And the good thing is that you can even, I think affiliate marketing can work for selling real estate, but you need to be able to locate those kind of people that, number one, are willing to, become your affiliate. And number two, they also need to have the audience power, right? So like someone like maybe myself, because I have like a large number of, people that I'm connected with on LinkedIn, right? And most of them are, in C-suites, senior management people, so if you reach out to me and maybe I'm interested in, the offer, maybe you tell me that, okay, For every property I get maybe 20%. I'm just saying, and I find it interesting. Of course, I can sign up as an affiliate, and all I just need to do is to mention your property, and then some people would buy and I get my commission. So I think affiliate marketing, will work for landed property. So Aziz, again, you said as a real estate marketer, what should be my utmost target? Creating more visibility for my brand or sales? Though both should be my goal, but which should I look out for to measure my progress? Okay, so what you should focus more on is getting more people interested in what you are saying and what you are selling, right? Because brand awareness, right, is visibility, especially visibility. Like, how do you measure visibility? How do you measure? Is it by likes? I'm sure if I ask you, I'm sure you may think it's just by number of likes or number of followers, but that's not the case basically. So I think your goal should be on the number of people that have shown interest in what you're selling. So if a lot of people are, going to your website, signing up to learn more about your product, that's a more important goal. That's the goal you should be focused on. So, find creative ways to get more people to be interested in what you're selling. So I see a lot of marketing done by real estate marketers that are not interesting, right? They are basically the same. They are just saying the same thing, right? Oh, I have property for sale at Mowe is 50K, blah, blah, blah. You can pay that 50K in 7 months and blah, 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 blah. I think that's just boring. People come online mostly, to be entertained, right? Entertained, informed, and maybe, motivated and buy something. But most real estate marketers are just saying the same thing. So try and make it more, make what you're selling interesting, make it intriguing. So I'll recommend a book for you that you can read. It's called One Page Marketing Plan. Maybe I would even send the e-copy. I think I have it on PDF, so I can send the e-copy as well. It was written by Alan Deep. That's ALLANDIB. It's called One Page Marketing Plan. It's a really, really good book that I think many real estate people need to read because it really talks about how to sell your products and services, right? So try and get a hold of the One Page Marketing Plan. Very, very interesting. So you see a lot of things that you are doing wrong and you can do better. Everybody's just doing the same thing in that space. So it would be good if somebody does things differently, So please try and get your hands on that book, the One Page Marketing Plan, and read the book. So any other question? Any other question? Please leave your questions in the comments and I'll gladly attend to it. So does anybody have a real estate brand or a brand that we can just use to do like a quick practical, or that they want me to take a look at and see if you're doing the right thing? You can share the links to your website and your social media, and I can take a look at it. You can share the link to your website and your social media. we don't have much time. Sazi, when is the meeting supposed to end?
For one, we can go past one, a few minutes past one though. If they have more questions, they can drop. But while we are waiting for the questions, can I just speak to our attendees if you don't mind?
Yeah, please go on. Please go on.
Okay, so thank you. I hope we're all enjoying the session. I hope we've picked so much lessons. I've learned a lot actually in just a couple of minutes. So one key thing piqued my attention, Mr. Kayode discussed about, he mentioned opportunities. So I hope we're all taking opportunities that pop up to us in real estate, which I want to believe everyone is keying into. Here in Realty Invest, we have lots of opportunities for people that you can key into. For individuals, we have opportunities for you to key into our ongoing developments. We have opportunities for you to become a freelance agent. And then with being a freelance agent, you have great benefits. You have the benefits of receiving 5% commission for every investor you refer. We have ongoing promos. We have sessions like this, free sessions like this for you to come learn, upgrade your skill, upgrade your pay. So these are great opportunities you want to become part of. So becoming a freelance agent is completely free. If this is an opportunity you'd like to key into, please feel free to reach us. You can drop your email, you can drop your phone number, I'll reach out to you, and you can contact me on the phone number that I dropped down in the chat box. I will drop it down again. And also, if you would like the survey templates that will be sent by Mr. Kayode and also the recording of today's class, please drop your email address so we can reach out to you afterwards. Okay, Mr. Kayode, you can take over.
All right, thank you. Okay, so for those of you wondering what I'm doing, I'm checking the asked that somebody send me their website, and so we can go over it together and see what is working, what they are doing right, and what they're not doing so good. So this is tbtinvest.com. So as you can see, it doesn't really have any traffic. It doesn't have much backlinks. It doesn't have there isn't much going on. There isn't much going on with this particular website. Speeding insights. So can I get some of your competitors, TBT? Can I get some of your competitors so I can compare your websites with them? I want to compare your websites with. You have some direct competitors' websites that you can share as is. Okay, Adrian Holmes. I need another, like 2 more. Okay, so you see the difference. Any other one? Direct competitors as is. Okay, so we can see the Adron Homes has been getting a lot of traffic compared to TBT Invest that hasn't gotten any traffic. So let's check what Adron Homes is doing right. So Adron Homes is definitely has very strong search engine optimization. They have a lot of keywords. They have a lot of traffic coming from each of those keywords. So you can see they are getting 3,600 website visitors searching for just Adron Homes alone. So they are doing a lot. And I think they are even running, yeah, they're even running ads. They are running online ads. They're running online ads. Unfortunately, okay, you can see, yeah. So you can see some of the ads that they are running even. So affordable lands and houses, flexible payment option plans, incredible infrastructure. So all of these are ads that show you, that take you to Adron Homes when you click. So Adron Homes is doing quite a lot. They're doing quite a lot. So we can look on, let's look at the social media side of things. Let's look at the social media side. Also, your website is really, really bad. It's slow and it's not performing well. So the performance score is really low and it's very, very slow. So these are part of the reasons why people are not going to even stay very long on this website. So all of these things needs to be fixed. You need to make sure your website is loading quickly and then people can actually use it on mobile. So it needs to be mobile friendly. As it is now, it's not that mobile friendly. It's not that mobile friendly. It's not that mobile friendly. Let's go back.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope we are all following. And to those that joined in late, please drop your email address. We'll send the slides to you. If you have any question, you can respond to the email that will be sent to you. We would also be sending our brochure alongside that involves our own a land and own a house scheme. A good opportunity and a good way for you to own a land and own a house at a very affordable cost. So please drop your email address if you like the slides, if you like the recording, and if you also like the survey template that Mr. Kayode spoke of. If you have any questions also you'd like Mr. Kayode to respond to, please, we have a couple of minutes left. Please drop your question.
Need to find their social media pages. Need their social media. Okay, so let me check TBT Invest first. Let's check. Okay. Go back. Okay, so we can see the engagement rate for TBT. Sure, if I put Adron Homes, it's going to be different. So engagement rate, hashtags, engagement. The page is not growing at all. So there's no growth in terms of engagement. Yeah. Okay, so you can see the number of followers that Adron Homes has, 39,000, and you can see the growth. So they are gaining more followers, and the brand is doing generally well. So, I mean, this just shows us that, I mean, a lot of work still has to be done, as is. So a lot of work still has to be done. I'm sure if I put your brand side by side with this, there's a lot of change, a lot of differences, you know. But most especially from the website side of things, you know, a lot of things need to be done. You need to, you know, work on your search engine optimization. You need to also look into running paid ads as well to drive traffic to your website. Very, very important as well. So you can see the numbers that Adron Home is getting, you know, organic traffic, 5,222, 5.22 thousand traffic. And this is month over month. So it's very, very stable numbers. This is the organic traffic. Sometimes it's over 5,000. And they are not getting it, it's not magic. They are not getting it via magic. It's a lot of effort that they are putting in, you know. And that's why they'll get more people and more customers than any other person online. So let's just draw the curtain to a close here. If you have any questions or you want me to also look into your brand and maybe audit it, or, you know, help you assess, or, you know, do something about, then your website, the experience too is not that good, as is. The user experience is really, really, I won't say bad, but I think it can be better. It's not so good at all. It looks modeled together. So you need to look at working on the user experience. So you can have a very simple, you know, site where people can, you know, see what they want to buy and then buy it online, or at least complete most of the steps online before, you know, coming to you. But here is just, and then this form is really, really, is in the way. It's not going to help your user experience at all, this particular form. So let's draw the curtain here. I believe if you have any questions or issues, you can reach me on social media, on any of the social media platforms. My name is the same, Kayode Abass. You can send me a message. I'll be glad to answer, you know, any questions or any issues that you have. Let me drop my number also in the chat. So my WhatsApp, you can reach out to me also, and I can help you also, you know, resolve some of those issues or the questions that you have. So that's my number in the chat. All right, so Sazi, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kayode. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I hope it was a time well spent. I hope we all picked up something. I hope we all learned something new. If you'd like the recording of today's session, or you'd like the survey template to be sent to you, please drop your email address right here so I could send the template to you alongside our brochure that would include our own a house and own a land scheme. It's a very affordable way for you to own a house. We are stepping into the new year. I want to believe we are all preparing for the new year. How prepared are you for the new year? Are you ready to crush the new year? Are you ready to earn constantly? We have all those opportunities here. Mr. Kayode spoke of opportunities, so I would advise that we all key into the opportunities we have here in Realty Invest. You can become a freelance partner with us. Also, please remember that if you have interest in real estate, you can join our family, become a freelance partner with us, and earn a 5% commission for every contributor you refer to any of our ongoing developments. So if you like more information on what we do on our services, please drop your email address. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be sending our brochure to you. Feel free to respond with your questions. And I'll also be sending today's recording, today's slide as well, and also the survey template that Mr. Kayode spoke of. So thank you very much. I'll be waiting for your email addresses so I can send all I've promised to you. If you have any question as well, you can also drop your question. Mr. Koye, I would send a response to you via email if you can be kind enough to drop your email as well. I would also like to mention, if you have any interest in real estate, we have a session beginning next year on the 21st of January, the third Friday, here at our office located at second floor Traditions Building. So please join us next year for our free training on real estate development. We'll be training you on digital marketing. If you enjoy today's session, you'll be learning more on that. The third Friday in January, second floor Traditions Building, just after Etiosa local government. If you're familiar with the island, we are just located after New Road. We'll be having more insightful sessions like this one, so you really don't want to miss out on it. And once more, make 2022 a fantastic year for yourself. Key into real estate. Once more, let me mention for the last time before I log out, we have our freelance. You can become a freelance partner and earn a 5% commission for any contributor you refer to us. If you'd like to know more on this, please drop your email address or your phone number so we can contact you personally. So thank you everyone for joining. I hope we had a good session. And we look forward to you joining us on our next session next year. I'll be looking forward to seeing each and every one of us here for our next session to hold next year. So thank you once more, and thank you for trusting us for this session. I hope you picked so much. I hope you learned so much today. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good weekend ahead. Mr. Abiodun, I can see your message. You raised your hand. Could you please repeat your message? Okay, Mr. Abiodun, I can see your message. If you can be kind enough to drop your email address, so the response will be sent to you directly, because our speaker has left the group, I'm sure. So please drop your email address and I'll respond to your question via email. Thank you, Mr. Oladayo. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend ahead.